Hi everyone, welcome to the start of Season 7 here with Partizan Belgrade on the Gravediggers series. We are going into what is actually shaping up to be probably our biggest transfer window yet. So we're going to look at that. There's still 4 weeks left to go in the transfer window before we even get to Champions League or anything. So without further ado, let's see what we've been doing. That's right everyone, it's Season 7 here. We've played about 5 games I think in the league. We're sitting top of the table and we are doing business left, right and centre, to be honest with you. It's shaping up to be a huge transfer window in terms of outgoings, to be honest with you, as well as some tasty little incomings. But while you're there, if you want to do me a massive favour while you're watching, just tap that little like button down below. Just does me a huge favour in terms of getting the video out to as many people as possible. And hopefully you're all enjoying it and hopefully you enjoy the episode. And if you're not subscribed already, why not do so while you're there? So let's just kick things off with transfers. We're just going to go into the overview screen because there's so much going on. It'll be easier to see what we have done rather than what we haven't really. And it'll take me too long to go through individually. So Raul Walter, we have let go out on loan to Cluj in Romania back to his native country and hope that he can just get some more consistent game time and continuous development. Mladenovic, just someone who came through our youth team, never looked like he was going to have the technical ability to really be a first team starter, even though his mentals and his physicals were good. You'd think we could have maybe learnt from Vucic in that regard, because Vucic was very much the same, but Stankom came in for him and he wanted the move, so we were like, fine, that's okay, go. And we're getting 725k in total for him. Jokic we already knew was leaving, same with Vidakovic. Pedro Alcalde, we did manage to loan him out to Leganes. Nemanja Filipovic is someone we have signed, but he stayed on Vojvodina at loan. He's a fullback who is quite comfortable playing either side. Finley Burns, we touched on, he's gone out on loan to Forest, and he's got a 2 million buy option in there should they wish to activate it. This is where we start getting into some of the bigger moves now. Dimitris Petrovs, we had a bid in for Cadiz, and he was open to the move, and you know what, rather than me try and fitting him into the squad with his foreign player status, I decided to make the most of the fact that I was making a nice profit on him after signing him for a free a season before. Stan Bender, so this is another one that was a big one which we weren't necessarily planning on doing, but he basically came to us saying he was unhappy first off about the training facilities not being upgraded. And then Mainz bid for him, which we rejected, but he was like, I want to go, I want that move. I tried to persuade him to stay, and he was like, no, it's a chance of playing a high division, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, right, okay, well, you know what, you're going to kick up stink, that's fine, just go, I'll cash in on you. And then Leipzig came in and gave me 21 million for him, and they do have a percentage of profit on that as well. I couldn't get a percentage of sale, but I did get a percentage of profit, I think. Jose Maria was another one, kind of kicking up a little bit of a fuss, and you know what, Anderlecht came in for him and basically guaranteed us like a 5 mil profit with a percentage of sale. So again, he went. Christian Mazzanti was another one. He was quite happy, to be fair, but I was open to letting him go. Another number 10, who I was struggling to fit in and around the team because of his foreign player status. And Benfica was sniffing around, and they came in and gave me 7.25 mil for him, which again, with a percentage fee, which was a profit. Again, so I think we bought him for like 5.5, so only a small amount, but a profit nonetheless. Branimir Stojanovic is just a youth player who we've loaned out to a division below. And then Faris Yusufu, so Everton came in, bid for him, we rejected it, and he was like, I'm really disappointed you rejected that. Or actually, no, I think it said he wanted to make the move, and I tried to persuade him to stay, and he just wasn't having it. So Everton came in and bid 23.5 mil for him, and he was like, you said you were going to accept that. So I was like, right, okay. Which is a bit annoying because Salzburg bid 27 mil for him, but he just didn't want to make the move to Salzburg, so I ended up just getting the 23.5 for him. But when we bought him for I want to say 1.5 mil. Oh, sorry, 5.75 mil we bought him for. It's still a massive profit, and he was a great servant for us. But it's just meant we've just promoted Victor Lopez, which was kind of what we had in the back of our minds as an option to do anyway. In terms of incoming, so Sebastian Fuentes, we already sorted. He was joining as part of his loan deal. Haris Jovic is Bosnian centre-half who we signed. I can't remember from who, Radnički Niš. But I think he doesn't count as foreign because he's got Serbian nationality as well. Which also, I didn't realise, also applies for Stefan Bajcetic. Because he's not capped for Spain first team, he still has Serbian nationality. So he doesn't count as a foreign player. And then we also signed a couple of others. So Nemanja Filipovic we've talked on. Jovan Slivic is someone we actually looked at last season, but couldn't afford to bring him in. And he went out on loan to Cardiff, and then we managed to sign him from Liverpool. Looks a really good player. Sorry, I'll just show you him again. Looks a really good player. Still only young. Obviously, he's Serbian. He can play anywhere across that sort of midfield three that we could use in any game. So that's really nice. And he's had a decent start to his career. And then Maicon is a Brazilian striker we signed from Fiorentina. Essentially used the Bender money for him, and with plenty of change left over. So he's someone who's got great finishing, and I'm hoping he can just give us a little bit of quality and a bit of class in the big games. You know, when we just need someone just to find a goal, because there's too many times last season where we just couldn't hit the net reliably, even with the players that we had. The only thing that lets him down a little bit is his pace, but we're working on that. And then Sahir Dabina, again, this is someone we've been watching for a while, and it came up in the scout report that Leicester were kind of open to selling him. You know, he didn't have like an unavailable, like, you know, a point blank sort of refusing to sell, and he was interested in the move. So he's a new right back for us. Probably arguably better than Regan, or will be better than Regan. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I've sort of gone, you know what? I need to just start splashing the cash on some of these like new gen wonder kids, really. And we need to talk about Vucic once again. He's the only player where there's a sort of transfer outstanding. So we really had no intention of selling him, but then Southampton bid for him, and he was like, I want to go to Southampton. You cannot persuade me to stay, because it's a chance to play in the Premier League. So I was like, right, okay. But you know what? I've kind of had my doubts as to he's got, 3.5 star, possibly 4.5 star potential ability. I've kind of had my doubts as to how much he's going to develop technically, you know, how much can we really improve him? We've touched on that before. So I'd made the decision to accept it, and that's actually culminated in us getting a 6.5 million bid from Real Betis. So I've offered him out for 7 million in the hope Southampton want to come in and go for that, because we have had bids from them, but not for this amount. So if he goes, you know what, it'll be a great bit of profit on a player who came through our youth setup, has probably reached the level he's going to reach. I can't see him improving massively on what he's doing already. And then, we've rejected a few bids for Victor Lopez on loan, because he's going to be our main keeper now. Now, this season actually marks a bit of a milestone for us, because last season was our 30th top flight title. So you can't quite see it, but I have changed the badge to a 3-star badge. And the only issue I'm having is I can't import it here yet. I've tried, but it doesn't work because of the resolution that I can download the custom badge I've designed in is 250 pixel by 250 pixel, and these need to be 200. So I'm trying to find a way of condensing it to be even smaller. Well, I say they need to be 200. That's what this image is. It's a 200 by 200 pixel image. So we'll see how we get on with that. But we have given ourselves a cheeky little 3rd star for that 30th top flight title. Now, in terms of our schedule, we had a dominant pre-season. Didn't really play anyone major apart from the Turkish sides, really. And then, it's been pretty good going since we started the league. 5-1, 6-2, 3-0, 2-1, and 3-0, beating Vojvodina 2-1 in a nice early sort of rivalry game. And, we're hoping to get our Champions League group stages, league phase games, probably around here, and hopefully we'll have a good idea of whether we can get through or not. Obviously, last season we did pretty well. So it'll be really, really nice if we can get like top 8 this time. It might be a stretch, but I don't think we're quite there yet. But we'll certainly try. Champions League is the big one. So Vucic has left. He has gone on to become a Real Betis player, and I'll be interested to see how he does over there at Betis. Whether we were allowing him to showcase his true ability or just make him look better than he was. So I'll be interested to see how he gets on. Another player who we have actually been rejecting bids for this summer is none other than Filip Ristic. So, believe it or not, we rejected a £51 million bid, I think it was, from Schalke. A couple of reasons why. First off, he wasn't interested in the move. So, chances are he would have rejected the bid anyway. The contract offer. Plus, the board weren't putting us under any pressure to sell. They weren't, accepting the bid from underneath us. He is still wanted by Brentford and Schalke. But my thought process was, if Schalke deeming him to be worth, just a reminder, this is his ability, deeming him to be worth £51 million now, if he can have another great season with us, do really, really well, score. I mean, he got a hat-trick in his first game of the season as an advanced forward, and then he scored again and got a couple of assists on the right-hand side. Who knows, next season we could be getting 70, 80, maybe even 100 mil for him, who knows. So that's why we're going to try and keep him for another season. Like I said, he's quite happy staying for now, but there's definitely one to be mindful of. Deadline day might come round and he might not be our player anymore. Jovic is finally getting the bids, which I feel like he is worthy of, but he's not interested. Gladbach had bid 22 mil for him. He's not interested. And again, I just got no real interest in selling him. He's always a reliable player for us. Look at that. 5 goals, 2 assists already in 4 games. Just no need. Alexic has made a lightning start to the season. It's just a shame he's injured. 5 goals in 3 games, including a lovely free kick against Forsvartner. And that's kind of where we're at the moment. And this is the team which we've got selected from last time. And to be honest with you, I think I'm probably just going to leave it as it is. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to start Abina for Rogan, just to give Abina his first start and see how he does. Got Lopez in goal, Milicic, Carrega, Jovic and Abina as the fullbacks, Lukic and Slivic as the Slivic, with Jovic, Shrek and Lomolina de Araujo in behind Ristic. Now Dela Basic is going to start on the bench. He is wanted by Fulham and Ingolstadt, and Maicon is also going to start on the bench, but he'll probably come on. Same with Mancia and Stojic. Bajcetic will also probably come on. We're just trying to build up his sharpness, and I think that's going to be it. So we're playing against Javor Matis today. We are without Striddy and Paulo Vitor, you might have noticed. So they are 2 players who would ordinarily have probably been in this starting 11, but both are away on Olympic duty. I'm sure it's the Olympics. But yeah, they're away with their under-23s, so it must be the Olympics. We have been rejecting bids for Striddy from Arsenal, Spurs and Liverpool for sort of like 6 to 9 mil. He initially wanted a move, but basically all he wanted in order to stay was to be considered a star player. And I was like, well, I already kind of consider you that anyway, because he's good enough. I want to be playing him week in, week out for his development. So I was like, that's easy enough for me to offer. And hopefully if he, once he comes back, he keeps getting game time, which he will do, we can be looking to sell him for sort of 3 to 4 times the bids we've been getting for, if not more. Oh, that was lucky. So lucky. That was a lovely move from Javor Matis. Jovic nicks it. And another bit of news is we might have some... Excuse me, now it's our turn to hit the post. Wow. We might have a bit of progress on the Serbian national job. We were actually able to declare interest finally in that, in the hope that we can get Stojanovic, I think it's Stojanovic, out of a job, which sounds really harsh, but I need that job. So the likes of Bajcetic, for example, keep that Serbian nationality for us. I don't want him to end up playing for Spain, and then I don't know if he'll lose that because he'll then be a Spain player. I think at the moment he's undeclared. I'm not sure if that's what's allowing us to class him as non-foreign. I don't know, but yeah, don't want that to happen. And the Partizan board are a bit like, whoa, like we don't like that. Why are you showing interest in other jobs? Blah blah blah. I had to go and have a meeting with them, otherwise they were going to sack me. And I said, no. I said, I'll be looking to do both at the same time. And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine then. That's not a problem. So we're just waiting to see if there's going to be any movement on that. Lukic over for Ristic, he's in. And he hits the post. So we've hit the post at least twice. They've hit the woodwork twice. Blimey. Post stopping everyone from scoring today. Give me another corner. We did also manage to negotiate ourselves a new affiliate because our previous one got promoted. So we managed to we tried something different this time, and we went for a foreign team, and we actually managed to get Dalian in China. So I'm hoping that will help boost our rep a little bit. I'm not really expecting loads out of it in terms of players, unless we get some really good Chinese new gens. I'm just hoping we get a good commercial revenue out of it potentially. Well, in Jovic, he's had a good game, especially because he's on a yellow card. I'm a bit wary of that. Deiraujo should have got that. He really should have got that. Oh my gosh, this is end to end, and it's completely open. I'm gonna have to make some subs. Jovic isn't having a great game. Don't really like taking Deiraujo off. He's not really done anything wrong, but kind of have to in order to make some of these other changes. Jovic could really do with coming off, so we'll bring on Stojic. Bring on Bajcetic. Ugh. Just as we make those changes, that happens. Shresh with a good bit of desire, a good bit of pace there to get in behind for the tapping. So what was it? Ball through from Jovic. Ristic is in. Was this shot deflected? And then Shresh managed to burst round and score. We've rejected a couple of bids for Shresh as well, from Monza and someone else, but they were only for a couple of mil. So he's a good player. He also counts as Serbian, as non-foreign, because he has dual nationality, but he is declared for Slovenia, I think, or Slovakia. So yeah, want to keep him. I think he's definitely someone who's got the potential for a big resale in the future. And that was really poor defending. Was it Stojic? Well, it obviously wasn't defending. It was possession play, but it was terrible. Giving the ball away like that was shocking, but he managed to recover all right. Well done by Bajcetic. Nice. Come on, what can we do here? Yildiz. Delabasic, lovely goal, and that should be the game. That should be the game now. That's a lovely bit of football. Nice. I've got a couple of subs left that we could make. Nice. Come on, what can we do here? It's a third goal, and it's a second for Delabasic, and it's a second assist from Yildiz, which is beautiful. I don't know what sub to make. Maybe we just bring on Fuentes. And what looked like it was going to be a bit of a nervy game for us, I didn't actually realise that was pretty much straight after the first one. It just felt like there'd been a lot of passage of play for Delabasic's second, but it's literally 2 in 2 minutes. But yeah, it looked like it was going to be a bit of a nervy game, especially after that first half with them hitting the post a couple of times, but that's going to be a penalty. And there's a chance for Delabasic to get a hat-trick off the bench. Be some return, that. Assuming he scores anyway. And he does. And he makes it a second half hat-trick from Nikša Delabasic, showing that he should still be worthy of a starting place. Pretty well struck penalty. So the next episode will be for the Champions League. Obviously, depending on the fixtures, depends on who it's for, really. Oh, is this going to be 5? What a machine. What an absolute machine he has been this game. This is what he was like, not last season, the season before. Just couldn't do any wrong. And it's a great ball from Lukic. And I mean, the defender has a mare there, doesn't he? Has an absolute mare. It's like he's got no idea, A, where the ball is, or B, where Delabasic is. Look at that. So he came on in the 63rd minute, just as Shresh scored. 74, 75, 91, 92. Man. So that means that the table is currently looking like this. Look at that, 24 goals for, 4 against. 18 points, 6 from 6. 2 points clear of Red Star. 6 points clear of Vojvodina. They have got a game in hand. But, yeah, I imagine that might be because they've just played in Europe, maybe? Yeah, they beat Sion 3-2 at home. What about Red Star? When are they playing in Europe? I assume they are playing in Europe. Oh, they enter at the playoff phase, okay. Stankom are the other team in the Champions League, but they lost to Feyenoord 2-0 away. So they've got a bit of an ass to get through there. Obviously, we need these teams to be doing as well as possible to help boost our coefficient rep, which is currently at, I think we're currently 10th? 10th, yeah. So, as it stands, Denmark look to be going up again above Turkey, which is kind of where we need to get back to, well, get up to really. I think we were 9th, weren't we? I think that's the highest we've been. So we need to try and get climbing back up. So we're relying on a lot of other teams to help us out in our league. Now, what I might start doing is, now that I'm getting a bit of money into the squad, into the club, is I could potentially start trying to just farm players out into my rivals, really, with the exception of Red Star, just because I don't think that will go down well. But to Stankom and Vojvodina, certainly I think I could look to do it and just try and boost their overall level. But yeah, I think that is it for today, everyone. Like I said, I will see you sometime around here, anywhere in amongst these games for the Champions League, and we might tie it in with like the Red Star match or something like that. That might be quite a good one if the fixtures align. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the episode, everyone, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and take care. Have a good day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are watching this and whenever you are watching this. Take care and bye.